Judge Francis Gorman is going to swear me in. Many of you who are close family friends know that in law school I was asked to go interview for Judge Gorman. He liked having bailiffs who were student athletes. Jim Klein knew that I was a runner, sent me his direction, and a quick interview later, I was his law clerk. When I passed the bar, Judge Gorman swore both myself and my friend Nancy Jennings in, since both of us worked at the courthouse there at Toledo Municipal Court at that time. And it's an honor and a privilege that he's here today to swear me in for this next phase of my career.
I'm the one who's being honored that doesn't ask me to do this. It's one of the great honors of my life. When she called me and asked me if I would come and swear in. And Beth was my law clerk. And I suppose most of you think that makes me her boss. If you've ever been to a municipal court, you know it doesn't work that way. Frankly, I worked for Beth. She pretty much ran the court, and I did whatever she told me to do. And that's how we got through together, and we've done very well. We've made very close friends. I thought I'd talk a little bit about what makes a good prosecutor, because this is a job that Beth's going to be doing, and it's important for everybody to know what I think and what other people think of what a prosecutor is. Well, first of all, the first thing you need to do if you're a prosecutor is have good legal skills. If you don't have legal skills, you're not going to work out well at all. And I think you're going to find that you have, when you get Beth Tischler, she has great legal skills. You probably don't know this, but she finished in the top, I don't remember exactly which percent it was, but the single digits, the 98, 97, 99 percentile. If you add up all the other ones, you add up our bar scores, we would be close to it together, what she did. And so she certainly has the legal skills to do that. Another thing she has that's very good is that she's very consistent. That's important for prosecutors, to be consistent. The last thing you want is somebody who changes their position about things over the time. That's a real danger. And I've worked with Beth, and other people work with Beth. She's been very consistent about what she does. And I think that's important, and do her well. And it makes the court system work very well to do that way. The other thing you need to do as prosecutors is persevere. There are times you have cases that you need to go forward on that take time and patience. And there are other times when you have to walk away from things, and that takes time and patience. Well, what does that have to do with Beth? Well, I don't want to tell you something. She mentioned that she was a student athlete. The student athletes, and I found this when I had law clerks, we're very good at what they do. They manage their time well, and they're very disciplined. This one is the most disciplined of all. I don't know if you know this or not, but she's run marathons. She ran the New York City Marathon. Now, if you do that, you're not only a good athlete, but you're also very disciplined. Discipline not only just in terms of your body, but also of your mind, because there's a whole psyche you have to deal with. And she does that very well, and that's important. And that comes back to work in her favor. She also is a good boss, and I think to be the kind of prosecutor, you have to work with other people. And I've seen her work with other people, and she works well with them. That's important, because if you can't work well in an office, you're not going to do well after that. Another thing I think is interesting, I think is other prosecutors have told me this, and I hadn't thought about this, is to be innovative. There are times you have to be creative in that job. It's not always looking backwards, it's sometimes looking forwards. And when I thought about that, I thought, well, how does Beth do with that? And then it suddenly dawned on me. When she became a law director of Maumee, she was the first law director. Before this, they had farmed that job out to a law firm. And so when she took the job as law director, she had to create her own job, essentially what she's going to do. And that's the height of being innovative, I think. To be able to put together your own firm, so to speak, in that job as law director. The other thing, avoid getting involved in politics. You're dealing with other public officials all the time who don't like each other. And a lot of times they'll try to put you in that position, and that's very, very difficult. And I can see now, I remember this, Beth went through that this last year in Maumee, where there was a lot of political turmoil. And she could have gotten caught up in that and would have been disastrous for everything. She never did. She managed to stay above that entire fray. I don't know how she did it, but she did it. And she did it well, and she's to be praised for that. The last thing about, I think, being a good prosecutor, and this is the most important of all, is to understand the difference between what's in front of you, whether it's serious or not serious. Everything that happens in a courtroom, in terms of crimes and things like that, aren't serious. Some are. And some that don't look serious are serious. Some that look very serious aren't. And to understand that makes for an excellent prosecutor, because you find yourself going down the right road. And I've known Beth and worked with her for years. She's wonderful at that. She understands what's serious and what's not serious. Because you don't spend your time working on cases that turn out to be nothing. At the same time, you don't just not work on things that really need to be done. And she does that well. In short, Sandusky County is getting a fine prosecutor. This county will be safe and secure, thanks to her.
First, I would like to thank everyone for being here today. I know that I'm here through an appointment, and I would like to thank those members of the Sandusky County Republican Central Committee for making this possible. And I will do my best to make sure that I proceed and run the office in a way that will make the residents of Sandusky County proud. The number of professional colleagues, council members, former professional colleagues, and friends in the room is truly humbling. I sent out a message saying that today I was going to have my formal swearing-in ceremony, and the number of individuals in this room who have personally supported me is truly overwhelming. I'd be truly remiss if I didn't thank those people that have truly helped me get here. My husband Dave, my daughter Kayla, who unlike her brother does not enjoy door-to-door, and my son Aiden, who thankfully does, though he's shy in this type of environment, truly enjoys the aspect of campaigning. I think my mom, my dad, my father-in-law, my grandmother, who though as a Democrat in Sandusky County, is one of my biggest supporters. I have a few of those, thankfully. But no, all joking and kidding aside, I know that I guess the only important thing that I have to offer is that I promise to give my best every day, to lead with integrity, professionalism, and ethics. And I'm not sure that there's anything else that anybody in this room can expect above and beyond that. And I think with that, we'll help move everybody in a direction in which there's a restoration of faith and confidence in our legal system. And I truly thank every one of you for being here today. And the formalities are concluded.
From a Democrat, too.